Hello, this is Alan Brown, and this video we are going to learn how to set up a new layout sheet with borders and macros for dates. Okay, first thing we want to do is File, Open New Layout. I've done that, and we have a blank layout sheet. Next thing you need to do is decide, okay, what size do we want this layout sheet to be? Do you want it Arch D, which is 24 by 36, Arch C, which is 18 by 24. Typical for construction documents is 24 by 36, which is Arch D. I've already got that set up, but we'll go through real quick how to do that. First, go to File, Print, Page Setup. And as that opens up, we will have to tell Chief Architect the printer. Currently I have my printer set up as Adobe PDF. Because I've got it set up as Adobe PDF, I have a lot of choices. Arch D is the choice I want in paper size, and of course you want to click landscape setting. Okay, not only do you have to select the printer paper, but you also have to select the drawing sheet, and you've got to set that up to match. So it is already set up as Arch D 24 by 36, that's good, and also set up in landscape. And down in box number 4 we've got set drawing scale. Never mess with that, always keep that as 1 inch equals 1 inch. Alright, line weight scale, advanced use only. Keep in mind, if you are a new Chief Architect user and starting with X1, it's already set up for a line weight of 1 equals 1/100th of a millimeter. If you are a Chief Architect user who started in version 10 or before, if you are bringing forward a layout sheet, you've got to change your line weights. Layout sheets in version 10 and before used 1/600th of an inch as their line weight scale. If you're bringing a layout over from version 10, you've got to change it to 1/100th of a millimeter. Otherwise, when you print it out, your line weights are going to be much too fat. The line weights now have been changed to more match the industry standard and closer to actual pencil lead sizes. All right, now we're going to click OK. First thing we want to do is to make some borders. So we're going to click our Polyline CAD box and just draw a quick border here. Then we're going to highlight each edge, and if we scroll in here we get a temporary dimension. Let's click on that dimension and set it at 1/4 inch all the way around. Move edge. So we'll scroll back out. And I like to keep that consistent. Set that at 1/4. Okay. 2 more sides to do here. And you can also type in 0.25 if that's quicker for you. Click the bottom edge. 0.25. Alright, next thing we want to do is put rounded corners on these on that box. So what I'm going to do is go to my edit behaviors. Edit behaviors. We're going to fillet. Now I can pull this in. Now if you look down at the bottom of the screen, near the bottom right, drag to resize this object, and then it says 9/16. So let's not go quite that big. Let's go with a 1/4 inch fillet on that. And you want to pay attention because that way you see that you are filleting the same size. So go to that one, 5/16, there it is, 1/4 fillet. Come down here to the bottom right, pull it up, 3/16, 5/16, 1/4. There it is. One more. Top right. 3/8, quarter. Got it. All right. That one didn't work. Let's try that one again. 0, 1/4 inch. There we go. Let's check it. Yep, looks good. All right, now we want to go back to Edit, Edit Behaviors, and go back to Default. Okay, next thing we want to do is make another one just like it, but a little bit smaller. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to, up here in the top bar, Preferences, Edit Behaviors, and instead of Default, let's go to Concentric, and we're going to jump 1/8. Alright, what that's going to do is going to allow us to copy that and make it 1/8 inch smaller all the way around. Click OK. Now we're going to highlight that polyline, click the copy button, bottom right. Now we're going to grab 1/4, and we want one corner here, and we're going to zoom in a little bit so we can make sure we just go 1/8 of an inch. So we're going to grab that corner and pull it in, and when we get 1/8 smaller, it's going to give us another polyline. 1/8 smaller, exactly the same all the way around. So right now we're consistent all the way around that box. Hit the space bar to get out of there. Okay. Next thing we want to do is I'm going to highlight. Okay, first we need to go back to Preferences, Edit Behaviors, and go back to the default mode because we don't want to continue to jump in concentrics. So next thing I want to do is make a title bar over here on the right side. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to highlight the inner CAD polyline, and I'm going to copy, but I'm also going to copy in place. So just to the right of the copy tool is the copy and paste in place. I'm going to click that once, and that'll give me another one exactly the same size and exactly the same place. Now I can grab the left side of it and pull it all the way over to here and make it about 1 3/4 inches. Now let's hit that dimension and go with about 2 inches. Okay. Next thing I want to do is divide that up into a few different segments. I'm going to do that using the line bar. Okay, first one, I'm just going to throw a few in here in different spots. Go to right there. Next one down, about right here. Next one down, about right there. And we can adjust, I just want to throw some in here and we can adjust these later. Put another one right there. I'll put another one here. And one right there. Okay. And I might take this one and move it down just a little bit. Take that bottom one and move it up just a little bit. Okay, so now we'll hit fill screen here. That's our basics. Okay, the next thing we want to do is add some text. So I want to click my text tool, and first thing I want to do is add customer name. So I'm going to put space, 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 residence. Hit cap locks. Click OK. And right now the height is set at 1/2 inch, and that's good for this, I believe. So-and-so residence. Put that right there. Okay, and it looks like I don't have my spaces set up quite right. I can take that line, move it over that way a little bit, click my text again. Okay, we should be about right for that one. Next thing we want to do is set up the date. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw another small line in right there. Hit my text tool again. Date. And what this date is going to be, and I'm going to scroll that down to about 1/8 of an inch. And that date is going to be the date that I start this layout. We're going to have two dates on here. One is the revision date and one is the date I started the layout. Okay, and what I like to do is very first thing, if I don't put this in, then I'll often forget to put that original date when I start. So I'm going to draw a leader line with text up here, and I'm going to write date. Now I'm going to put that 2 inches tall. I'm going to go to line style and put that in red. And this is going to be on page 0, so when I start a new layout, there's no way I'm going to be able to miss that. So when I start a new layout, when I open a new layout and start a plan, first thing I'm going to do, I see that date and it's going to show up really big on every single page. So that reminds me, okay, first thing I need to do is go in and put today's date in here on page 0. Matter of fact, wouldn't be a bad idea in that text to put enter date, then delete on page 0. Now, since I put a lot more text in there, we'll put that down to about 1 inch. Spread that out a little bit. Okay. Center justify. Alright. Next thing we want to do is put the page number in there. So I'm just going to take that date, because it's about the size I want, copy, paste, correction. We'll scoot that over just a little bit. Oh, I forgot. That is the page number is what we want there. So we'll open that up, change the text to page, stretch that out just a little bit. Put another text, and now we're going to put in a macro that correctly names every single page. There's a lot of macros here. What we're looking for is layout page number. And there's two there. You can do layout page number or number of layout pages. I like to just go with layout page number because it often changes my total number of pages. And I'm going to keep that at about 1/2 inch. I think that's going to be good for our page here. Now if we hit the page up button, we'll see as every page we go up, that's going to change our page number accordingly. Alright, let's go back down to page 0. Next thing we want to put in is revision date. Scroll that back down to a little bigger than 3/8. A little bigger than 1/8. Let's go with quarter and see if that fits in there. Okay, let's move that over. Alright, that's a little bit big. What we can do is hold down the X button, the X key, grab one corner and shrink it. I want that to be just a little bit bigger so that we can so it's a little bit easier for people to see. Okay, now we want to put another macro in right here that shows date short. Okay, let's see if 1/2 inch fits in there for date short. No, 1/2 inch is a little big. So again, we'll hold the X key down and drag that, which will make it a little bit smaller. Hold my control key, bring that over here. Might hold my X key and make it a little bit bigger. Okay, now this is going to do one very important thing for you. What this is going to do is every time you open the layout page to make more changes, this is going to give the current today's date on that layout page. So when you print that layout out to PDF or onto your plotter, that is going to have the most current date. So every time you make a change, it's going to have the updated revision date, which is important because you want to make sure the subs are working off the most current revision date print. Alright, next thing we want to do, I'm going to go up here to the very top, hit my text bar. Alright, and what I want to do is I want to put in square footage calculations here. So, first thing I'll put in is main floor, colon. I'm going to go space, 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 SQ period, FT period. Then I want to hit enter, dash, 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 dash. Enter. Oops. Upper level. SQ period, FT period. Enter. Some dashes in there. Enter. Lower level. SQ period, FT period. Garage. SQ period, FT period. Enter and some more dashes. And in some areas they require what the total footprint square footage is. So we can put that if you like. Total foot. Let's see. I don't want to make it any bigger than that. Yeah, we'll do that. Total footprint would be fine. SQ period, FT period. Enter, some more dashes. And click OK. No, that's too big. Let's make that 1/4 inch. I'm sorry, about 1/8 inch. Hit enter. Alright, now let's select that. Hit center justify. We're going to control drag that up to the top. Looks like we need to take that one line, bring it down a little bit farther to about there. Okay, now that's cutting off our corners, so let's open that up and make sure the fill style is no fill transparent. Click OK. Alright. Now, every time you start a plan, that's going to have those calculations on there, but they will be blank. So you'll have to fill those in after you get the house sized. Alright. Got 2 more spaces here. I'm going to click there and add a space for directions. So the subcontractors can find their way. Put that 1/8 inch. Rotate it. Position to the top. One more here. Project 4, so you can put the contact information of your customer. Whether you're the builder or you're just the designer and doing it for a builder or a customer, put their information there, whatever you want the subcontractors to see. Alright, one more step here is we need a company logo. A lot of ways you can do this. I used Chief Architect, a plan file, to create my business card. And then I am putting my business card as the logo on my layout page of the blueprints. So this is all created in a plan file. So I'm going to take that plan and I'm going to hit send to layout. I'm not going to send it, I'm not going to scale it, I'm going to hit fit to sheet. And page 0, of course, entire plan, current screen. Let's go with current screen. Click OK. Alright, now I want to tighten up my edges quite a bit here. Get it really close to where we are. And want to shrink it way down. Rotate it 90 degrees. Control drag it into place. Looks like we still have to shrink it down a little bit. Okay, let's move that over and up just a little bit. Okay, right now we've got a little bit of white out from the from the customer name, and it looks like we've got a little bit of room we can tighten our space up. So let's drag those down just a little bit. You can drag that line down just a little bit. A little trouble shift selecting my my page number. I cannot select. There it is. Drag that line down. Drag our date down. Drag this line down. Hit the tab button. Now we can drag our logo down. Now there's a couple of different ways you can do your logo. You can either do a screenshot of a business card, you can do a screenshot of a logo that you've already created on Microsoft Word or PowerPoint. You can you can scan something that somebody else has already done for you and bring that in as a JPEG. Looks like I need to get a little bit smaller here to make sure we're inside the inner border. Alright, that looks good. Now we'll grab that line. Or you can do it the way I did it and create a logo using CAD tools on a plan file. Alright, so that looks good. Now, next thing we want to do is File, Save As. Now the place we want to save this is in My Documents, Chief Architect X1 Data. Go into Templates. And we're going to call this We're going to call this 24 by 36 template with borders. Click Save. Now, if that is the standard size that you always want to use for your starting layout borders, next thing you can do is go to Preferences. Under General, New Plans, click under New Plans, the first one is Plan Template, the second one is Layout Template. Click Browse under Layout Template. And under Templates, we have 24 by 36 template with borders. Click. And that is now, and then you click OK, that is now your default layout template. Let's close that out and double check by seeing if it works. Close out that plan file. File, New Layout. Untitled Layout, there it is, open to page 1. I've already got some notes on here on page 1. Go down to 0. And you know the first thing you want to do is you want to enter your date, then delete this on page 0. And then you can start entering your information. There you go, and I hope that was helpful. Next video, we will try to convert this already made layout to different size sheets. Thanks. Have a good day.